Welcome to Sound Off. I'm your host, John Blaschke. We are here tonight in the Soundview Community TV station, and it's another episode of Sound Off. We're here every Tuesday at 6:30, same time every week. We have a very special guest. You may know her from Reality and Truth. It is Venita Lambert, and she's here to talk about some Medicare programs and give advice to those who might be seeking it. So Venita, would you mind telling the audience a bit about yourself?
Absolutely, John. So again, my name is Venita Lambert. I am an independent broker for Flagship Financial Partners, which is powered by American Senior Benefits. And my passion is helping retirees in the 4 areas that will impact their lives the most. And those areas are your health care, which is Medicare, long-term care, final expense planning, and retirement planning. So tonight, I just want to talk a little bit about Medicare, because the Medicare Savings Program, Medicare and Medicaid, it is such a confusing thing for people. It has so many different moving parts, and a lot of people just do not understand which plan to enroll in, how to enroll in it, and why to enroll in the plan that they're in. Selecting the wrong plan can be really, really, detrimental to their healthcare plan. So basically what I do is I sit down and I explain the A, B, C, and D's of Medicare. I just simplify it so it makes their decision making easier. And I start with Medicare Part A, which is your inpatient hospital. And you're entitled to that as long as you pay into it. If you work 10 years or 40 quarters in this country and you pay into it, then you're entitled to it, okay? And that takes care of your inpatient hospital portion. Medicare Part B, it takes care of your outpatient hospital. It pays for 80% of that, and you have to pay a fee for that. The fee right now in the state of Connecticut is $148, and it pays for 80% of your outpatient care. And then there's Medicare Part D, which pays for your drugs, your prescriptions. And Medicare Part C is a supplement that covers the gap between the 80 and the 20%. But I wanted to talk a lot about the Medicare Savings Program. So I sit down with so many families every single week, 10 to 15 families a week, and I noticed that what was missing is that they didn't have all the information. And without all the information, you can't take advantage of all the benefits. So most of the confusion was between Medicaid and the Medicare Savings Program and Medicare. And I know that part of the reason for the confusion, Medicaid and the Medicare Savings Program is on a gray card that looks exactly alike. The state of Connecticut, they make it confusing, because if you have one of those gray cards from DSS, you can get food stamps, you can get money, you could get Medicare, you could get Medicaid, and you can get the Medicare Savings Program. So why wouldn't that be confusing to the average person? Right. So what I do is I sit down and I do a confidential needs analysis. I ask them questions, about their health. What do you have for insurance? How many times you go to the doctor? Any overnight stays in a hospital, and things like that. And, what are your, do you have any issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, what have you? And then based on their answers to my questions, I'm able to customize the right Medicare plan for them. And then going into the second part of my confidential needs analysis, we have to talk a little bit about finances. How much money you make, how much are you getting? Because that's gonna tell me if you qualify for certain programs. And so in the state of Connecticut right now, if your monthly income is under $22.65, regardless of your assets, you qualify for the Medicare Savings Program. And here's where the confusion comes in. Folks that make under that amount and own a house or have a 401k or have assets, they don't apply for it because they think the state of Connecticut will take their house or whatever. It's non-recoverable. So I sit down with them and I go through everything, and I'm able to save people a lot of money by, just customizing a plan, giving them all the information, letting them know that the Medicare Savings Program is monthly income based only, not asset based. And then Medicaid, which comes on the same gray card, is based on your income. You have to make under a certain level. You are not able to have assets if you're on Medicaid.
Okay.
If you're on the Medicare Savings Program, you can't have assets. So I offer, everyone a free confidential needs analysis in the state of Connecticut. I'm licensed. I've been doing this for going into my 8th year, and I like it so much. I also do a radio show just to give out free information. Because I'm sorry.
No, so not only do you you have the show that you are on Fridays on Reality and Truth, but you also are on the radio station too. It's interesting stuff, absolutely. And you're definitely very well versed. Being only 23, I don't know much about this stuff at all. So what would you recommend for someone like my age? Like, what would you, how should I begin to start planning for the future?
Okay, so I have 2 sons. My youngest is 25 and my oldest is 29. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't think there's going to be any Social Security when they grow up. I could be wrong, but we might run out in 12 to 15 years. So what I recommend for you, depending on your situation, if you work we'll use Yale. My husband works at Yale, so they give you 5%. They'll give you a 5% match on your 401k. All right. So if you work for a company that's giving you a match on a 401k, I would say put that exact amount, whatever they're going to match. Do not overfund it. Okay. I would say if you're going to overfund it, take the money and reallocate it to a tax-free plan, which is a whole nother story. It's called universal life insurance, and I have it set up for my kids. It has a living benefit and it also has a death benefit. So that's getting into the retirement portion, and it's never too early to start. Having that tax-free plan set up with the universal life insurance, you don't have any restrictions like you do with the 401k. You don't have to wait until you're 59 and a half to take money out. You don't have to get permission from someone, as we had to do when we needed extra money for, one of my sons in school. You have to go to the administrator and ask for your own money, and they have to, decide if you're going to get it or not. So, it gives you, and here's the other thing. It is the only contract in the world that is 100% tax-free.
Wow. You don't hear that about anything.
Most people don't even know about it. They don't know how to utilize it. And so that's what my passion is. I love just explaining Medicare, life insurance, long-term care. People, want to know how to stay in their homes. If they go into a nursing home, there's just so much with my job. I can never even go through all of it right now. But I do offer free confidential needs analysis. I will drive to your home anywhere in Connecticut, sit at your kitchen table, and go over those 4 areas. Not all at once because it's too overwhelming, probably 2 in a single day. But getting back to your other point, yes, I'm on the radio, yes, I'm on the TV. I'm trying to be everywhere. I want to be everywhere because I want people, I have car magnets on my car. I want people to call me because I want to give out this information.
You want to help the most amount of people that you can.
Yeah.
It's very personal.
It's free information. Why not get it? So yes, I love doing the radio show. It's only a few minutes. I pay for it to give out free information because most people just don't have it. You can't take advantage of the benefits. And I'm also available to run appointments virtually because I know there's a lot of issues with COVID. So I do a lot of things over the phone, or I'll drop something in your mailbox, mail it to you. I make myself accessible any way possible. And I try to get you all the information that I can to help you. It is just, I feel like it's my calling. It's my ministry to make sure that these retirees have everything they need.
It's good to be so passionate about what you do. So when you're going over these plans, are there certain say they already have a plan, are certain red flags that you look for in these in the older plans that people are trying to turn away from? What sort of things do you look for that help you find the best plan for someone?
Okay, so here's the way I start. If you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, you want to look at it every single year because they're always constantly changing. There's always, they're all competitive. Like I am contracted with United Healthcare, Aetna, Anthem. And, they're always trying to outdo each other because they want to get their business. So you want to look at annual change notices. If something is changing, if you're going to lose your dental benefits, that's something you want to know. And that's something I pride myself on because I contact all of my clients and I let them know, depending on what plan they have, that you're going to be losing a benefit, or this plan you're going to be gaining a benefit, or if your medications change and that plan you're under doesn't cover that. And another thing I do that I really love is I throw a big party for all my clients every summer. I do.
That's a good way to get people on board.
Yes, because you know what? I have hundreds of clients. And sometimes it's difficult to get out and see everybody to ask these questions. So I invite them all to my house after sitting at kitchen tables all day. I invite them all to my house, big backyard, and we have a big fish fry barbecue every single August for my clients. I treat them to a meal. My husband cooks. I give them out little packages with my refrigerator magnets, little handouts.
That's a good selling point right there.
Yes, it is.
And it seems like a good thing about what you do, being like so private like you are, or private insurance, you're not like selling one particular type of insurance for one certain company. You have, it seems to me, you have quite a variety of plans to choose from to help someone to the most specific needs.
Right. Yes, I help enroll folks on whatever plan fits them. So I am an independent broker. What that means is I work for the client. And yes, I do have a variety of plans that they can choose from. But I start with the medications. That's the most expensive part of your health care. In this country anyway, are your medications. So if I find a plan where you're getting all your medications for, $0 or a couple dollars, then I think that's a plan for you. Because, your meds are paid for.
Right, save the most amount of money.
Medications are so expensive, and that's a good place to start. And once your medications are paid for, everything else, they're pretty competitive at that. If you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, you have, free gym membership, over-the-counter benefits, different amounts here and there. And I make sure my clients are utilizing their over-the-counter benefits.
So what other kind of benefits can you offer for like the other? You said like there was A and B as well. Like what sort of benefits can we look for in like those plans?
Well, Medicare Part A is just for inpatient hospital. That's what that means. It's a red, white, and blue card. And Medicare Part B is just for the doctors. If you have a Medicare Advantage plan, which is managed by private companies like United Healthcare, Aetna, and so on, then you get additional benefits outside of Medicare Part A and B. And those additional benefits could be transportation, could be dental, could be vision, over-the-counter products, and things like that. And I make sure that everybody's using them to take advantage of them. And I also make sure everybody has life insurance and everything is okay. But really, I just try to make sure everybody understands the difference between Medicaid, Medicare, and the Medicare Savings Program. That's the most confusion out there.
Do you deal at all with like a whole life or term life policies at all?
Oh boy, you speaking my language now. Do I ever? Yes, I do. I deal with, when I sit down with someone that's interested in life insurance, I get a piece of paper and I draw a line down the middle and I give them the features, benefits, and consequences of term, accidental, whole life, and universal life. And, make you understand when to get what and why to get it. So whole life insurance and universal life insurance. First of all, life insurance is based on your age, your health, and your gender. So when I do that confidential needs analysis and I ask those questions about, any overnight stays in a hospital, you have any, issues, cancer, high blood pressure, whatever, that will tell me what I can and cannot offer that client. So you don't want to sit down with somebody and just, oh yeah, I have A, B, and C, and then, get them excited about it and they don't qualify for it. So you have to do the confidential needs analysis. And yeah, life insurance it's really innovative. Everybody look at it like it's a bill. It's not. It's an investment. It's, It's all different. Back in the day, I remember Prudential used to come to my mom's house, collect money in cash and to pay for our life insurance. We cannot do anything in cash at all. So, yeah, I definitely go over those features and benefits.
Great, thank you. And I would just like to say at this time, the phone lines are open. If you have any questions for Venita here, I'm sure she'd be more than happy to answer them for you, because this is your platform for free speech, don't forget. So if you have anything that you would like to add, any questions, feel free to call. The phone number is right there on the bottom. And so, moving on.
All right, don't everybody call at one time.
Oh, you can't rush them. We'll let them
I know.
take their time.
I'm just kidding.
So what would be you also deal in 401ks, I understand, correct? So,
Absolutely.
So what exactly sort of policies would you look for like a 401k to help benefit people there?
Well, it would depend on the client. Mm-hmm. What type of lifestyle do you want to lead? What's more important to you? Are you looking for accumulation? Or are you looking for a guaranteed lifetime income? Or are you looking for both? So it's all about the conversation. Everything is customized. For that client. Some people I want to spend it all. I just want to take it all in one lump sum, which I never recommend because you're going to get hit with taxes.
Oh.
I never recommend that unless you could do a rollover, but not take it out. I've known people that didn't have the information, took their 401k and had to pay 20% tax or whatever tax bracket they were in.
Oh, yeah.
So there are all sorts of plans. All sorts of financial contracts.
We have a call here.
You got a caller.
Here we are. Hi, you're on Sound Off. You have a question for Venita?
John.
Hello.
I just 59. When do I have to start worrying about all this stuff?
Hi, caller. Who am I speaking with?
This is Cheryl, regular.
Hi, Shara.
Hi, Cheryl. So it depends on when you're ready to retire. Mm-hmm. Okay. And when you turn 65, you're eligible for Medicare, or if you're disabled for 24 months, then you're eligible for Medicare. But I would say the best thing to do is to sit down and have a free confidential needs analysis and do some planning. And then you can figure out what you need and when you need it, if you're 5 years out from retiring or if you're 10 years out from retiring. So there's no time like the present. If not now,
so
when?
You're talking about more than just the Medicare planning then? Because I have a Roth that's been sitting around for a while. Mm-hmm. I am retired from the state, so I get a very little bit of a pension that pays my mortgage. And my medical insurance is covered until Medicare kicks in, but I don't know what's going to happen after that. And I'm still in the working market.
Okay, so that's we would do a private confidential needs analysis to find out what you have, where it is, what it's earmarked for, and what you like to do in the future. That's why I give. Do
you have an office, or do you have to come to my house?
Okay, I do have an office. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. I have.
No, you didn't. You talked about traveling and parties, but you didn't talk about if you have.
You're just so eager to go
yes,
out and meet
I
everyone.
do. I love sitting at the kitchen tables. That's the thing. But yes, I have an office in Shelton. We're at 6 Research Drive. I can meet you there because I am on the road most of the time. I also have an office in Farmington. And then I have another office in West Haven called my dining room table.
What's the best contact information for you? John has the station number up on the screen. What's the best way to contact you?
The best way to contact me is by phone. You can call or give me a text. Mm-hmm. My number is 203-687-2778.
Awesome.
Okay.
And it's Venita?
Venita, V as in victory, E-N-I-T-A.
Oh, Venita, okay.
Yes.
The very beginning. Okay, very cool. I have seen you. You're on the station occasionally.
Yep.
Good, yeah, I am.
Familiar faces.
Okay, I'm going to be in touch with you eventually. Thank you so much.
Well, send me a
John,
text.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you
Cheryl.
for calling,
Thanks
Cheryl.
for calling. Appreciate
Have a
it.
great day.
Oh, looks like we have another call coming in, I think. Thanks, Cheryl. We have someone else. Oh. Okay, I thought I heard a busy signal, but someone else might call back. Actually, Cheryl brought up a good point. Would you mind talking about Roth IRAs at all? Do you deal with those?
I do a little bit, but I work with a team of people, and Roth IRAs, I know they have a lot of restrictions. It all depends on your age, how much you're putting into it, if you're single or if you're married, because they have a lot of restrictions. You can only do so much with a Roth. But they are tax-free because you're paying the taxes on it first.
Okay, that's what I was questioning, because I thought a Roth IRA, it's like essentially paying your taxes like ahead of time before you actually have to pay them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I personally don't recommend Roths but if you have them, I would rather see that work for you. I would rather see a contract that works for you, because with Roth IRAs, they have, they're in the market, so you could lose. And depending on where you are with retirement, if you're within 5 years of retirement, you don't want to lose any money. You don't want to take any risk because it's in the market. So a lot of people are more conservative, and most of the contracts that I set up for retirees are risk-free. That's what we call zero is a hero. You can only gain, you cannot lose. So we have another 2008, you don't lose anything. That's when zero is a hero. You stay right there. It's kind of like looking at a staircase going upstairs. If the market goes up, you get that 3% or 10% or whatever. And if it goes up again, you get another gain. But if it crashes 10%, you stay right there. That's when zero is a hero. So, it depends on how old you are, what the money's earmarked for, what type of lifestyle you want to live, and what you're looking for in the future.
Thank you. We have another caller. Hi, you're on Sound Off with John Blaschke and Venita Lambert. Do you have a question for Venita?
I was calling in to ask Venita Lambert a question. Is she live at the moment?
Yes. Hi. How are you?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, you're on Sound Off with John Blaschke and Venita Lambert.
Oh, you have the TV on in the background. It helps if you turn the TV off.
Congratulations to Venita for her efforts in serving the community with her information. Hi, how are you? Yes. And I just wanted... Yes, I can hear you.
He's talking to the TV.
Yes, I'm going to hear you on delay, but it's okay.
Yeah, we're in a 10-second delay.
Yes, but I just wanted to say, first of all, again, congratulations on the effort in terms of informing the community, because I'm aware of your work. You're part of the association with our platform as well. And I think that the service that you're performing in terms of providing insurance information for communities is rather great. Now, I just want to ask you this. It's coming into the time now where people have to start selecting for their insurance as far as making choices and so on. I think this is the time of the year coming to the fore. Could you give us some more information about that, Venita, if you will?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yes. What is the what steps do people have to take now to prepare for this season, for the new year coming up for insurance?
Okay, what do they need to prepare for now?
What do they need to prepare for now?
Right.
In other words, every year around fall, people have to start preparing and making selections.
Yes.
In terms of how their insurance is going to be starting for the new year.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted you to talk a little bit about that, if you will.
Thank you for your question. It's a great question. What's coming up is the annual enrollment period that starts from October 15th to December 7th. And that is the time to review all of your Medicare Advantage plans. You have to be on a Medicare Advantage plan. It is time to review your plan, because I'm sitting down with all the different vendors the whole month of September and finding out what the new plans are for 2022. So that's when you want to make a comparison with your 2021 plan compared to what's coming up in 2022. And you can decide to stay with what you have or enroll on a new plan, which will be effective January 1st. And it's
Okay.
from January 1st to December 31st of the following year.
Right. So, but there is a cutoff date, isn't there? I think sometime in December.
December 7th, yes. October 15th through December 7th is the cutoff date for
Right.
that's
And that's for Medicare. What about people who are not in that program, who are outside of that program, just wanting health? Can you speak to that? Just wanting health insurance.
okay. So for plans that are not, so you're on Medicare, you're talking about Medicare Supplements, not the
Right.
Medicare Advantage. So Medicare Supplements, you can enroll on those. There are no restrictions. You can enroll on Medicare Supplements every single month. They begin the first day of every month. If you have a plan that you don't like, then you can switch it the very next month. There are no restrictions whatsoever, year long.
So there is flexibility there.
There is flexibility. However, when you enroll on those plans, when you have Medicare Part A and B, I told you Part B only covers 80% of your doctors and outpatients. So from there, you have two roads you can take. You can take a Medicare supplement or you can take a Medicare Advantage plan. The Medicare supplements you're going to pay for, most of the Medicare Advantage plans are zero premiums. And the Medicare supplements do not give you all the extra benefits that a Medicare Advantage plan does.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can go to any doctor that accepts Medicare in the country with Medicare supplements. Medicare Advantage, you have to go to the plans in your service area, a network.
Wonderful. Well, Venita, thank you very much. I don't want to take up too much of your time because we've talked forever on this.
Thank you very
I
much.
just wanted to call in again because I was happy to hear that you're going to be on this evening on your channel.
Thank you for your call. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening. So we are wrapping up here, unfortunately, Venita. You've
That
been
was
great this
it?
past time. I know, right?
That went by so fast.
I know, we're having a good time.
I know.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add to tell anyone at home that's listening?
Absolutely. So the last thing I would say is if you have any questions whatsoever, it's not going to cost you anything to pick up the phone and call me at 203-687-2778, or you can send me an email at lambert.venita@yahoo.com, and I will respond to you. And we can schedule a time to visit together, either at your house or one of my offices, whatever your preference is, or virtually on the computer. I also do Zoom and, over the phone. That would be it.
Well, thank you again very much, Venita.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate
My
you being
pleasure.
Here. It was great having you on the show.
Nice having you.
I'd like to thank everyone in the studio and Soundview Community Media for allowing us to have a show here. It's time for us to sign off. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Sweet dreams.